Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestle Debate and to Money in the Bank out of 10. The first pay-per-view with live fans back, and it was a good one. Great matches, surprise results and two new Money in the Bank holders. And on the kickoff show we saw the Usos become the new champions in a great match. So happy about this. The Bloodline having all of the title is just such a great storyline. I just can't wait to see how it goes now, and they're all reunited. But anyway, let's get into the main card. And we started things off with a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Tamina was about to get on the ladder first, but Asuka got in her way and pinned her under the ladder before climbing. Tamina tried to lift her off before Morgan interrupted the climb, and the match continued. Natalya and Morgan took Nikki Ash out with a ladder before Naomi and Morgan joined in. Tamina had a Samoan drop on Naomi. Asuka drove the women's tag team champions into the back with a hip attack before Morgan getting in control. Vega and Alexa met on top of the ladder and Bliss took control of Zelina, making her climb down. A big brawl then kicked off on the outside. Natalya and Tamina stopped Alexa from climbing before attacking her with a ladder. The group joined in and buried Bliss. A bunch of ladders were brought in and they were all fighting before Nikki ran out and out of nowhere won the briefcase, and I did not see this coming. I don't know if I liked it or not. It was very weird. It just all happened very suddenly. And by the way, it's 7 out of 10. It was an interesting match, definitely not the winner I expected, but you know, I'm going to give it a chance and see where it goes. Backstage, Roman Reigns told the Usos that winning their match was the easy part and the tough bit was keeping hold of them, but he did say they were proud of them. Yeah, what more can you say? This is just great. Before we got the Raw Tag Team title match, AJ and Omos versus the Viking Raiders. AJ tagged in Omos at the start of the match, but the Vikings double teamed early and still got taken down. Styles tagged in and the Raiders tried to isolate them in the ring. Styles took out Ivar and Eric before tagging in an Omos and then hitting a huge dive. AJ had a submission locked in on Eric before broke free and made the tag. Ivar hit a crossbody, however Omos got in control. The Viking Raiders managed to get back the advantage before Eric and Ivar had a double choke slam from Omos to retain. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. It was okay. I'm just not really feeling this reign, to be honest. But Drew McIntyre was interviewed backstage and he was confident about his chances of winning Money in the Bank tonight before we got Lashley versus Kingston. Both men ran each other as soon as the match began. Lashley knocked him around early on before the Almighty sent Kingston into the ring post before continuing the onslaught backstage through the squared circle. Lashley got the hurt lock in before tossing Kofi across the ring. Lashley hit the Dominator twice, punishing and hit a third Dominator before going for the hurt lock, which Kofi passed out, and Bobby retained his title without much difficulty. I know it's 7 out of 10. Hopefully this new, serious, proper, scary Lashley, even more than he was before, is going to be a good character change. I kind of like it. 7 out of 10, this was good. Next up was Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. Charlotte had the upper hand early on and hit a big exploder suplex for a near fall. Ripley was barely on her feet and managed to send Charlotte outside for a counter before taking control of the Northern Lights suplex. Charlotte locked in the Boston Crab and Ripley broke out of it before Flair got the big boot and another near fall before countering a huge sequence from the champ but went down. Ripley was on the apron and Charlotte sent her off before hitting a moonsault from the top rope to the outside. Charlotte tried to pin the champ using the ropes, threatening a disqualification. Ripley used this distraction to kick Flair before Flair used the steel steps outside on the ring post, knocking in the figure 8 to win the title. I'm going to 6 out of 10 title. 6 out of 10. I kind of saw it coming. I'm just not sure if I'm a fan of it or not. Before Shinsuke and Rick Boogs were hanging out with Riddle backstage, and Riddle was just being annoying, and Rick played Randy's theme song before we got the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Big E and Drew cleared the ring early on, while Owens and Nakamura were brawling outside. Shinsuke got a ladder in the ring, but Morrison got his way. However, Shinsuke got a triangle lock on Morrison off the top rope. Rollins broke the hold and joined forces with Morrison to take out Riddle with a ladder and dropped him and Ricochet on top of the ladders. Owens went after Rollins before Morrison saved him. The duo suplex KO into a ladder, placed sideways before Drew took them both out. Nakamura and Riddle were at it when Drew took him out with a double claymore and sent Ricochet into a ladder. Rollins was in the ring and Drew claymored her as well before Jinder and his claymore and his lackeys came out and they beat down Drew to take him out. As the action continued, Riddle hit the RKO on Big E. Ricochet before Morrison came out. Big E and Rollins were on the ladders and Big E hit an avalanche big ending. And that meant everyone was taken out, and Big E got the win. 8 out of 10, flipping love this, can't wait to see where it goes. But yeah, Backstage, Seth Rollins was furious and said he will challenge whoever wins the Universal title match tonight before we got Roman Reigns versus Edge. Edge and Reigns were trading blows early on. The Tribal G sent Edge outside with a tackle before taunting the audience. Roman was about to leave the match after Edge attacks his injured arm, but Heyman convinced him to stay. Reigns hit a Samoan drop on the outside before continuing. Reigns pounded on Edge in the ring and at Money in the Bank and taunted him for trying to challenge him. Edge came back and nearly pinned Reigns with the Edge-O-Matic and then the Education. The Weight Star Superstar locked in a crossface, but Roman got to the bottom rope. Roman tried for the guillotine, but it wasn't enough. Edge dragged Roman into the ring, but Reigns still managed to kick out. Reigns hit a Superman punch, but Edge went into the official, taking him out. Roman broke the spike, and Edge reversed it and applied his signature submission. The Usos tried swing fear, but then the Mysterios came out. Edge had locked it in for good, but Seth Rollins came out and kicked the Rated R Superstar. Roman recovered and set up the finish before Edge got a new spear and a new official came out, but Roman kicked out. Reigns hit a spear and another distraction from Rollins was enough for him to win. And then Rollins and Reigns were staring each other down after the match. Edge attacked, Seth and Edge fought through the crowd. Reigns was just about to pick up the microphone before John Cena made his return and the show ended with Cena teasing a future feud. I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. This was great. The match was great. Roman getting the win, of course, the right decision. Keep that title reign going for as long as possible, please. And Cena returning. Obviously you saw it coming, but it's still so bloody great. It's just the ending. We didn't actually get any words from Cena, which was slightly weird, to be honest. Overall, Money in the Bank 2021 gets a 7 out of 10 from me. On the whole, I thought it was a very, very solid show. WWE's first pay-per-view back with fans, and I think it was pretty solid. The last 2 matches were great. The rest of the show was a bit up and down, but on the whole, I thought it was good. I'm interested to see where Big E goes with the belt, and then, of course, Reigns v Cena. Bring it on. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me have thoughts, comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.